Thanks for joining me. Don't forget to subscribe and click on that bell button so YouTube can notify you every time I upload a new video. Now let's get started. I'm excited to share this DIY with everyone. What we're going to need is 2 poster boards. I chose the color black. We're going to make 1 inch thick strips, basically the width of a ruler, and then just cut the strips out. Once you're completely cut all the strips, you're going to get the wire, some thin wiring. You can use the garden wiring as well, or this wiring that I'm using that you can get where all the automotive and hardware stuff is at in your Dollar Tree. You're going to need some Mosh Podge and a little bit of water. I used about half of this container, the bottle of Mosh Podge, about half of it, and then about a tablespoon of water. Mix it up and make a paste. What we're going to be doing is gluing together 2 strips with the wiring in between. So you grab one of the wires that you cut the same size as the strips and glue it to one end, and then glue it to the other opposite end. You're going to see that it took me a few different ways and a few different tries to find an easy way for me to add the wiring to my strips. But this is one way I did it. I just held it down until the glue dried. Once the glue is dry and the wire is glued onto the strip, you're going to get some of your Mosh Podge and add it to the strip with the wiring. Be generous with this, with the paste. Once you've added enough Mosh Podge paste to the strip, you're going to glue another strip on top. And this is another way. This is the way I did all of my strips after I figured it out. It was just easier for me this way. A trick also, an idea for you is to, once you glue the strips together, put something heavy on top of it so the Mosh Podge and the 2 strips can glue together and seal perfectly. Once you're done with that, get your ruler out, and on the end of the strip, about an inch thick, and then you're going to bend it and glue it to a second strip. And that's going to be one of your corners for your basket. You're going to do that again and make all 4 corners. I used about 4 strips to make my basket. It's 10 inches of the width and 28 inches the height. And just continue gluing. You can use E6000 if you'd like. And also another idea that you can do is add some popsicle sticks in between the 2 strips if you don't want to use all wiring. I used wiring because it was easier for me to bend and it stayed. And once I was done with this basket, it's pretty sturdy. I mean, I wouldn't add anything on it and then carry it, but I put a wreath and other stuff on it, and it holds fine. Once you're done with the frame of the basket, you're going to get 5 popsicle sticks and glue them together to make a square, and then the 5th popsicle stick you'll glue in the middle of the square. And this is going to be the center of your basket. like so. I was so excited when I finally got an idea of how to make this basket. I've been wanting to make one and get one for a while and just couldn't think of a way. Once you are done making your center popsicle stick frame, you're going to get one of the strips and glue it to the popsicle sticks and to the outer end of your frame. And I start with the center strip just so it can start getting a shape instead of the frame can be sturdy and have a shape. And all you do for it to be the correct length is cut a piece of a second strip and glue it onto the first strip, like so. Once you're done with the center strip, start with the corner strips. And what I'm going to do with the corner strips is actually bend it about an inch from the outside of the corner and then bend it in half. That's just to make help get the shape of the corners. Don't worry about gluing the center, gluing this strip, the corner strips to the center of the popsicle sticks yet, because we're going to cut some of the extra strip off. And just do these steps to all four corners. You bend the end of the strip in half, and then you're going to bend it for it to go all the way to the top of the frame, which is about an inch thick, and then glue it. Once you're done with all four corners, what you're going to do is measure out where the strip ends to the popsicle sticks. Bend it and then cut the extra strip part off and just glue the strip to the popsicle stick, just like this. And you're going to continue doing this to all four corners, and this is what's going to hold it, help hold the frame of this basket, the shape of it. Once you're done with that, you're going to start weaving your strips to the strips that are already glued to the frame, and it's just in and out, up and out, or in and out, I'm sorry. And then once you're comfortable where the strip is at, just start gluing it to the frame. And also I glued it, just put a little dot of glue into each strip where it met to the bottom strip. We're going to glue another strip to where the popsicle sticks are at. And what I did was I cut the strip in half and did the same process, gluing it from the outside. And then I glued it to the popsicle stick itself. So it looks like you weaved it in and out as well. And we're going to add 4 strips, the width of the basket. But you can add as many as you choose. I just did 4. And now we're going to do it the horizontal way. The same way, you're going to weave it in and out, but making sure that the strip is covering the popsicle sticks. Once I was done, I spray painted it black just so the popsicle sticks and everything would be black. And when I spray painted it, it acted as, I would say it acted like an adhesive because it made it even harder. So the basket ended up being stronger, which was a big plus. And here's your basket. What do you guys think? I hope you make it. If you do, please send me a picture. I'd love to see how yours comes out. There you go. When you're done with the basket, you're going to get just the single strips of the poster board. You don't need to put wiring on these, and you're going to wrap it around the outer edge of the frame just to cover where you put the strips at, where you glued all the strips to the frame. I ended up using a poster and a half to make this size basket, which ended up being roughly 20 strips with wiring in it and 4 strips without wiring to cover the outside of the frame. And again, like I said, I ended up spray painting it. And this is how it turns out once it's decorated, and I hung it up as well. What do you guys think? Let me know down below. Thanks for joining me. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, share, and like. Until next time, be blessed. Bye.